we feel that from the sports anglers' point of view, our main targets are the reef fish. Which are talking about the common sea bream, the two-banded bream, the tanegra, chopa, the scorpion fish, rajasio, capone, the forkbeard, amoya, all those are reef fish. Well, those we know are being decimated because there are too many long lines locally being put out.
And you mentioned, apart from the long lines, there's also issues with the invasive seaweed species and the lack of a treatment of sewage treatment plants.
Yes, of course. I mean, like we say, we just don't concentrate on fishing. We look at all environmental issues. The sewage is a topic which has been for umpteen years. Previous administration did nothing. The present administration hasn't come up with a sewage plant. I hope the new government that comes in will eventually do the sewage plant. And also this issue about the invasive seaweed. It's been going on for a number of years, and all I've heard is we're waiting for experts to come and tell us what to do. In the meantime, and there's only us that bring up those issues.
So what would your message be to any incoming government?
Well, basically, to put a lot of those things right, it's strict enforcement, basically. You know, if you have a long lining license, which there are 16 licenses, which can use 600 hooks. Right now, it doesn't take a mathematician that if you want to bait 600 hooks, not just one, more than one, they don't spend money on bait. So that means they're catching 600 mackerels at a time, or they're catching heavier cuttlefish, or they're catching small octopus to bait. I mean, you work out mathematically how much do they take out of the sea to be able to bait the plankers.
So is there anything concrete in particular? Do you think that legislation should be changed around the licensing laws?
Well, the Federation, we've always been against this notion of cottage industry, which technically, if you look at it, is another word. The Federation, we've always been against this notion of cottage industry, which technically, if you look at it, is another word for commercial, because we talk about sport fishing. When you talk about cottage industry, you're talking about long linings. Long lining is not a sport. The ones who do long linings do it specifically to sell the fish. Now, environment don't keep records. They've never been given any records, which are supposed to, of the catches, because they don't pay tax, etc. So, and it's an issue which has to be tightened up. Going along with the environment needs, we stress that the environment needs more personnel, better equipment so they can respond much quicker, and also personnel who are intelligent enough, you know, to be able to handle situations and know what the species is and another species is, so that they can determine whether it's undersized or not. You know, keep more of an eye on it, be more strict about it.